Breaking news, breaking news. Anaconda, Montana mass shooter Michael Paul Brown in court today for his initial appearance. And I'm going to share this court hearing with you. He's wearing all orange. He's being held in the county jail, and he sees the judge today. I'm going to share this, and then we will further discuss. Check it out.
Okay, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Judge.
Mr. Brown, I'm Judge Walland over here in Anaconda. Okay, this is a warrant, an out of jurisdiction warrant. It says it's hereby ordered that the defendant be committed to Anaconda. Is he going to stay over in Butte
Yes, Your Honor.
jail?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, to Butte Silverboat Detention Center, and that the defendant be admitted to bail by cash or surety in the amount of $2 million. If you should make that bond, you have to appear in front of Judge Jeffrey DeHood in the Anaconda District Court within 10 days of release. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be held against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one may be appointed to represent you. And it looks like you do have the public defenders there with you at this time.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll need an appointment form. I came up and met with Mr. Brown on Saturday, but we haven't gotten an appointment form yet on this, so he does want a public defender, though.
Oh, okay, I see. We'll make sure he gets a public defender packet and get that filled out.
I've got him one of the applications right now here in front of him. So if the court could just send the appointment form to our office, I'll make sure he gets this filled out.
Okay, we'll do. All right, so Mr. Brown, in case you should make bond, you got to follow the following conditions. It is further ordered that the defendant must personally appear each and every time for all appearances and obey all laws. If defendant fails to appear for trial, any appearance bond posted will be forfeited. The trial may proceed in defendant's absence, and a warrant may be issued. The defendant may not leave the state of Montana without receiving written permission from the court. The defendant shall maintain employment, or if unemployed, shall actively seek employment. The defendant shall maintain contact with his attorney on at least a weekly basis, and within 30 days of each trial date set in this matter, shall maintain contact with his attorney at least twice per week. The defendant shall maintain sufficient contact with his attorney so the attorney can timely advise the court or its personnel of the status of the case for trial. As that disclosure involves the client's right to confidentiality, the defendant is hereby so advised. To the extent this limited disclosure is considered an attorney-client confidence protected by the attorney-client privilege, by signing this release order, the defendant waives his right to confidentiality with regard to this limited disclosure. The defendant should not change place of address, telephone number, or place of employment without immediate notification to the court and to the defense attorney. The defendant should not be involved in any criminal activities nor be convicted of any criminal offense pending disposition of this case. The defendant shall avoid any and all contact with the alleged victims of the crimes and their families. The defendant may not go into bars or taverns or other businesses where alcoholic beverages are the chief item of sale. And the defendant is hereby advised that violation of any of the terms of this release order may result in the release being revoked and the defendant being incarcerated pending trial or sentencing or a higher bond being imposed. Okay, are there any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing from the state, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
court's adjourned.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Right, Judge.
Can we sit here and get this filled out with him so we can get it over there?
All right, that was Anaconda, Montana mass shooter Michael Paul Brown making his court appearance after being captured. He was on the run for about a week when he got caught. He walked into the Owl Bar, a very popular establishment in Anaconda, Montana, a small town of about 10,000 people, and opened fire, killing 4 people. One was the bartender. Three other patrons then fled the scene in a vehicle. And then the truck was found abandoned on Stumptown Road. Authorities thought he was out in the Pintlers, out in the mountainous terrain, and they were searching there for about a week, closing the trails, lakes out there, choppers in the sky, heat stuff in the air, looking down, trying to find this guy. They couldn't find him, and lo and behold, there's like a place about 4 or 5 miles outside of town on Highway 1 called the Bar Ranch. He was a little bit down from there, hiding in like a trailer type building on a ranch, taken into custody alive. And here he is. So this is definitely a capital murder case. Now, any mitigating factors to this, and there's nothing that can justify what he did. However, this guy, he served in the military. There was family members claiming that he had his PTSD. He served in the Montana National Guard. That could help him avoid the death penalty, because I do feel like this is a death penalty case. But will he get the death penalty? Probably not. And I'm more inclined to think he's looking to shelve. I doubt he has a lawyer like that he's going to be able to afford going through the process to go to trial. I think ultimately this will end up in a plea bargain, and he'll be spending the rest of his life in prison behind bars. But you don't really get mental health treatment in prison. But this guy should never be on the streets ever, ever again. Unless you feel like he should get the death penalty on this case, let me know. We're covering the case of Michael Paul Brown, 45 years old, Anaconda, Montana. Let me know what you think. Sub to the channel, hit the notification button. Any other court hearings, you will hear it here on JLR Investigates. We will talk soon. Stay tuned.